I didn't grow up on hip hop. Like I grew up in church. Like I grew up in a Pentecostal church. So I wasn't allowed to listen to that music in my crib by my dad. My dad didn't allow me to listen to rap music, which we call circular music or worldly music. I wasn't allowed to listen to that. So the only time I was introduced or got to hear it is when I was in other people's houses or in other people's cars who had the radio on. So what was in my household music-wise was Michael Jackson, was your salsa. You know what I'm saying? Every time we had a function, we went to a birthday party. That was it. There was an artist. He was a Christian contemporary artist. His name is Carmen. He's still alive, actually. Look him up. He's incredible. He did Christian contemporary. He had one of the most hugest influences musically on me, like just performing wise, storytelling. I could show you, but I could tell you. Like, he's incredible. His name is Carmen. Like, look him up. But other than that, bro, like I got introduced to rap and wanted to pursue rap when I went to high school. Like, remove music too, besides me not being able to listen to rap. The only other influence we had in the crib was movies and film. And that's why at a very young age, since I was probably like 5 years old, I always wanted to be an actor. I always wanted to be in Hollywood. I always wanted to do movies. Music kind of like just fell on my lap, bro. Like, music kind of like, when I went to high school, it was just given to me. Like, I didn't want to pursue music. I never had the ambition or the thought or the dream to pursue music until I got to high school. And I seen that it was popular, and I seen that it was the thing to do where I was at. But again, like, you know, music wasn't even my first passion, bro. It wasn't even my first love. It was acting. It was movies. I just fell into music. You know what I'm saying? I just fell into this rap game, which is also why I had to work so hard to even position myself in this game. You feel me? Like, I had to work so hard to even stamp my feet in the sand. Because it wasn't something that was bestowed upon me. It wasn't like my dad was a DJ and I used to, you know, it wasn't none of that. I had to learn, it was just thrown at me, and I had to, you know, grab it and mold it myself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But case in point again, why it took me, you know, until I got to high school when I was able to, you know, have my own identity, have my own creativeness. My dad wasn't behind me no more. I was a teenager, you know what I'm saying? Is when I really bursted into music and just loved it and fell in love with music and fell in love with everything about music. And, you know, one of the first artists, rap, that I kind of gravitated towards was Tupac, because Tupac, he was bigger than just rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was bigger than just your household. He was worldly. So, you know, from Pac, I went to this person and that person, but you know, again, like, my journey, man, from music and just being in the music game is quite different from a lot of people, bro, because I don't come from that background. I come from a Christian household. For those who don't know, like, Ohla, that's my brother. Like, that's my blood brother. So we come from the same mom, come from the same dad, bro. And I'm 11 months older than Ohla. So we're close in the sense that we grew up together. Although I'm his older brother, like, we still the same age. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and we experienced everything together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both had each other's backs. We both are there for each other and everything. So when it came to doing music, Ohla too, he kind of fell into being this engineer, this producer, this creative guy. You know, Ohla was into movies just like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, movie buff. Like, Ohla used to play the drums in church. So we had this kind of music capabilities in us because, you know, when you go to church, you worship. And, you know, the worship is playing the congas, playing the drums, playing the cowbell. So we around that kind of environment of worship. So I can see how Ohla transitioned from that into being the person behind the boards in the studio, because the music is always there. It was always there, even in our upbringing. Different kind of music, but it was the same sounds of music. But you know, Ohla, he had his own ideas. He had his own dreams and goals of what he wanted to accomplish out of life. And he kind of put that on hold to come cater to me and come be my biggest supporter, to be my right-hand man, and to fill every need that I needed as a musician. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where, you know, I couldn't get into studios. And then when I did, people were overpricing me for what it was. There was a time where I didn't have a photographer and I needed photos. So Ohla filled in all those blanks. There was a time when I needed a manager. Ohla was the manager. So, you know, it's the best case scenario for me because I have a person who's my blood and I ain't got to worry about who's going to do me dirty, who's going to snake me, who's jealous of me. Through thick and thin, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? So the same way I have his best interest, he has mine. And I came in this game with somebody who's going to protect me the same way I will protect them. So our tandem is different from everybody else's as well. Like, you know, even I remember when we first started coming up and we was, you know what I'm saying, we was being familiar with everybody. Like, people love that about me and because, you know, it's one thing for bringing your day one friends, but it's another thing for bringing your actual brother. You feel me? And you don't see that a lot in the game. Like, it's almost the same as Nipsey and his brother. Like, that's the only comparison I can give to me and Ohla, the way Nipsey and his brother was, Black Sam.